Yes, Jayavani ma'am, you can start.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So when we talk about the last slide, the coming slide, so what we were seeing is about the value education and the value of education by the President Mumru also, she said that the value education should be added in a curriculum system because the future generation needs this actually. So nowadays, no, everybody is just started to learn about only the subject. So no moral values is being taught only in the primary level the moral values has been started to added in the curriculum, and after the sixth standard, seventh standard, eighth standard, all they are being fully packed with the curriculum only. They have been fully packed with the curriculum subjects and only assessment, the test, project, activity like that. All the children started to do to just develop their career. But developing the career is alone is not needed for the society. The moral values also is being needed to the society. So upcoming, definitely the curriculum also will be added about the value education, where we'll be having some assessment values, and the practical works also should be needed. In college levels we'll be having a practical sections, like we'll join in NSS or we'll do some service like NCC or. But after the call, I mean, after doing a degree, it is not that is also needed. But when we start doing this, the time, the adolescence time, by the age of 10 to 18, that time definitely the children wants to know about all their values in their education, especially the moral and the spiritual values, emotional, how to control all those emotional values. So everything is being needed over there. So definitely the value education is will be added in the curriculum in the upcoming years. Maybe the next year also it may be added. They will be start adding from third standard and fifth standard. They told that they will be adding, but we don't know that for sure they'll be adding in the sixth to senior secondary classes all. So by seeing this picture, no, we can just whatever the values we just started to share in the previous sections, no, everything has been like cooperation. See, you can see the children's faces, how they are sharing, how they are being polite, how they respect each other, they share their things, they respect each other, they raise hands, they follow the direction what has been taught, what has been there, and they say thank you for anything the gift they have got it. So this one picture told the entire section about the value education is very much needed in the subjects. So value education is very much needed in all the age groups of the children also. Yes, sir. Sir.
I suppose a complete session about value education by Mrs. Jayavani. Hope the session was really fruitful, and we really want to listen from the people as in how what you felt about the session actually. I suppose listening to the title of the webinar itself, today we have had a very less strength. We always have 60, 70, a minimum of 40 people. Today we have 10, including me, it is 10. So actually, I should consider it as 8 because one is the resource person and me. So by this, we can understand uh, how much of interest teachers have got towards value education. But I really appreciate Mrs. Jayavani for coming forward with such a significant topic because it's really pathetic that no one wants value education to be, a, even a point of discussion. That is really, I don't know, like what is happening, like, but it is a subject, not just a subject, it is a skill. Values are certain skills that are to be taught to the students. If we don't inculcate values in the students, at the end of the day, it is we adults who are going to see them falling down in their career or in their personal life. So at least the 8 people who have joined over here today, I, request you all to start inculcating values and creating awareness about value education among teachers first, and then we can go further ahead. Those who have any questions with regard to the content of the day can come forward and ask your questions.
Sir, I totally agree with you, sir. It's right. We teachers, we are not responding that much to this webinar, but I'm very happy about the contents and all. Really, I got some ideas how to tackle this adolescence thing, no moral
Especially,
thing. What?
yes.
Yeah, we are handling. Thank you very much, sir. This session is really wonderful. Thank you very much. Shall we have any certificate for this, sir? Attendance
Yeah,
or something?
for certificate, you need to pay 50 rupees, ma'am. So that
Yeah.
details we will be telling you once this session is over, once this feedback session is over, how to pay and all.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone else who would like to ask any question or who would like to come forward and share your views about the session, you're welcome. Neeta ma'am, Mrs. Neeta Chakravarti. Okay,
Yes, sir.
Sharmila ma'am.
Good evening.
Yes, ma'am.
Good
What are
evening.
your takeaways from today's session?
मैं दिल्ली में रहती हूँ और वैल्यू एजुकेशन मेरे लिए बीइंग म्यूजिक टीचर बहुत मायने रखता है, बहुत। तो ये मैं कल भी ज्वाइन करना चाह रही थी, वैल्यू एजुकेशन पे ही था, पर मैं किसी भी कारण से वो ज्वाइन नहीं कर पा रही थी। मैंने रिक्वेस्ट भी डाला था कि इस तरह का जब भी कोई आप लोग वर्कशॉप सेमिनार कराते हैं तो इसकी पब्लिसिटी बहुत अच्छी होनी चाहिए। आपका जो मैटर है वो कंटेंट बहुत बहुत ही रिच होता है। तो मैं कई बार नोटिस करती हूँ, मैंने आपके कई आगे भी पढ़े देखे हैं और बहुत शानदार है वो। मैं शांति से अपनी चीज सुनती हूँ और मुझे जो लेना होता है मैं ले लेती हूँ। आपको तारीफ में मैंने कभी नहीं बोला, पर सचमुच आप तारीफ के काबिल हैं। आपकी टीम बहुत अच्छा कर रही है, बहुत अच्छा, और ईश्वर आपको बहुत आगे ले जाएगा। ये वैल्यूज हैं जो आपने किए और आपकी टीम कर रही है। बेशक हम 2-4 लोग ही सुन रहे हैं, लीडर हमेशा 1-2 ही होता है, हमेशा
Exactly.
लीडर 1-2-3। हाँ, तो इसलिए यहाँ 100 लोगों की जरूरत ही नहीं। तो अगर आप ऐसा समझ रहे हैं कि यहाँ बहुत थोड़े कम लोग हैं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। मैंने जो कुछ भी यहाँ से सीखा, मैं कम से कम यहाँ से 500 बच्चों के लिए लेके जा रही हूँ। तो
Wonderful.
हाँ, तो थैंक यू सर। मैं हमेशा आपके साथ हूँ और जब भी आपका ये इस तरह का कोई भी वेबिनार या और भी किसी तरीके के टॉपिक्स होंगे जो सब्जेक्ट से नहीं है पर एक्चुअली वो इंसान बनाते हैं, वहां पर मैं जरूर मिलूंगी।
Thank you, Neeta ma'am. That is really wonderful and actually motivating. Actually motivating. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And Sujata ma'am was the one who was actually striving to get the link. She was struggling to find the link and she has joined and she has been there throughout the session. So Sujata ma'am, what is your takeaway from today's session?
Sir, being a class 9 coordinator, I felt it was very informative, sir. So
Okay.
we should try to bring it. Let me do my best, sir. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, great. So thank you, my dear participants. That was really wonderful having you all with us throughout the session. As Neeta ma'am has clearly quoted, there is no need of having 100 people. If you have 5 or 10 people who qualitatively will carry forward the knowledge that they have gained from here, that will be really wonderful. And जैसे मैम ने बोले है, ओ 500 बच्चे values सीखे और 5 करोड़ बच्चों को सिखाए, that is more than enough for us. And I really, really appreciate Mrs. Jayavani Jayaraman from the bottom of my heart, because I have been trying to come up with a session being a master trainer since last 2 years on value education, but I couldn't do. Somehow I couldn't do. But today, Mrs. Jayavani Jayaraman has done it as a part of being my intern, and I'm really happy for that. Congratulations, Mrs. Jayavani. And those
Thank you.
people who would like to grab a certificate for this session needs to forward 50 rupees to my number, that is 9908925730. I'm writing it in the chat box. 9908925730. Yeah. So